Provincial budget drew a lot of reaction from opposition parties following Limpopo Premier Stanley Mathabatha's final State of the Province address last week. The provincial expenditure increased from a total of 78 billion rand in the previous financial year to 79.2 billion rand in the current financial year that's about to end. During the midterm budget policy statement in November, the province and its entities were forecasted to overspend by significant margins. That led to an adjustment of the budget, placing it at 80.4 billion rand. Now Mathabatha has publicly declared that less than 2% of the budget allocation was returned to the coffers of the National Treasury.
In 2022-2023, if people can just listen carefully, in 2022-2023 financial year, Limpopo's under expenditure was only 1.9% on its over 70 billion budget. Only 0.15% is what we surrendered. 0.15% is what we surrendered to the National Treasury. And figures don't lie. Figures don't lie.
The education and health departments were projected to overspend by no less than 2% during the tabling of the midterm policy statement by the provincial treasury. The economic freedom fighters and the Democratic Alliance are disagreeing. They say departments like the provincial treasury, education and health underspent. According to a statement by the DA, Limpopo Treasury failed to spend 14 million rand. An additional 1 billion rand was underspent by both the health and education departments.
Stan Mathabatha must explain to us what's happening to him. Don't lambaste me for misleading them. We will investigate those figures for sure. But the figures were actually given to me by one of his own members.
When we check with the legislature, they returned a lot of money to the treasury. And when the premier was addressing, he was like, he denied and say, no, it's a 0.1%.
The ANC holds a different view. It supports the premier's statement that 98% of the budget was used.
The premier has indicated to all of us that out of the budget that they were allocated, they were able to spend 98% of that budget. And 0.something% was then returned to the national fiscus. The remaining amount was then rolled over to the provincial government to continue with the work and its mandate.
Limpopo Treasury MEC Seaparo Sekwati is expected to table the 2024-2025 budget in Polokwane on Tuesday. Katlego Nyoni, SABC News, Polokwane.